I'll give you the proper introduction, Bert. It's 99.7 DJX, Ben Davis, Kelly K Show with one of our favorite comedians, Bert Kreischer.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. By the way, I love Zooming. I love Zooming so much more. I want to keep this up. Like, I do not like driving places. I am naked right now doing this Zoom. I feel very comfortable. By the way, if this was like 12 years ago, I go, look at my butt. And I did. And then apparently I realized I found out recently that sexual assault. So I will keep myself, I will keep myself wrapped.
That's great. No, I'm so glad you showed up this way because I was going to ask you to be shirtless. I would be more comfortable since you do your specials shirtless. So thank you for just showing up prepared.
Hey, you know what? I'm actually more comfortable shirtless. I know I don't look good shirtless, but I am way more comfortable shirtless.
And you know what's funny is like before we went on the air, Bert Kreischer was all like, yeah, you know, I'm naked. And we were like, ha, 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 yeah, that's funny. But then you had to get up and turn off your Alexa, and you literally are naked.
Yeah, well, I covered myself. Yeah. I covered myself.
I mean, I love that you're authentic.
Right. If nothing, Bert Kreischer is authentic.
Yeah.
Well, if we're going to be honest, I had a bottle of wine last night, got on the treadmill, ran 5 miles, had a bottle of wine, got in the pool, did a pool bath, and then got in bed, and I'm leaving to go on tour on Friday, and my wife and I, if you know what I mean, and I just passed out. But I'm not allowed to sleep naked in our house because I have 2 girls, and so if there's an earthquake, and this has happened, like 7 years ago, there was an earthquake, and I went screaming through the house naked, and my daughters were traumatized because I'm screaming and my junk's going with me at the same time. Everybody under the table! Everybody under the table!
Ben can relate.
I can. Bert Kreischer, yeah. I have 3 daughters myself, and so you as a girl dad can understand this, but I had gotten back from a run recently, and our laundry room is obviously a little ways away from our bathroom. And so I was like, I'm so hot. I just want to, strip down real quick and a run from the laundry room to the bathroom, without clothes, obviously, because, you don't have anything to cover yourself. But right at that moment, I turn around and my 16-year-old daughter is walking into the laundry room right as I'm turning around, and her face, she just stops, turns around, walks away. Traumatized her.
My daughters haven't been waking up before like 1 o'clock lately. And so the other morning I got up and I was making ice to make an iced coffee, and I was going to get in the pool. So I dropped my pants. It's like 8 in the morning. Drop my pants. I'm going to jump in the pool naked. I'm filling up with ice, and I'm talking to my wife. All I see is my wife's look on her face, and apparently my 16-year-old walked in and saw my butt cheeks and my back getting ice, and then I just hear her go, "Oh my God," and walks out. And then I said, "God, I wish I could have seen your face." She goes, "I'm glad you didn't, because I would have seen the front of you." It stinks because, it took me a while. I wasn't like a naked kid growing up. Like my parents were not like that. My parents were just regular people. But when I started dating my wife was a naked person, and just being naked was like awesome. I loved being naked. I loved it. And then you get kids and they're like, "Oh, just so you know, we're going back to Mormon. You got to get dressed in the closet."
Kids ruin all the naked fun. I get it.
God.
I get it.
They don't have to. But Bert Kreischer, you're going to be, you're doing a series of like drive-in movie theater sort of shows, which is pretty cool. And you're going to be headed to the Sauerbach Family Drive-In on August 13th. So, I mean, I'm just excited that you're out doing things.
Yeah. I mean, I had the idea March 17th. I called my agent and I was like, because that's when my special dropped, and that's when stay-at-home orders kicked in. And I go, get me into drive-ins. It wasn't even a thing. Like, no one thought that drive-ins still existed. And then my agent got a bunch of offers. We did the first run, and I got to be honest with you, it is awesome. Like, 7 o'clock, doors open, everyone comes in. They start tailgating, set up a little area. You get some lawn chairs, open up the back here. It's so great. They're grilling out there, and then everyone watches a beautiful sunset, and then we do a stand-up show. We have like 3 people go on first, and then I go on. I do a tight hour, tell the machine story. It really is a blast, and it's different. It's not a comedy club and it's not a theater, but it works just as well in my opinion, and I think it gives people an excuse to get out of the house and allows them to be safe at the same time.
Oh yeah, you're kind of like the Jimmy Buffett of comedy now, right?
Oh my God, that's all I wanted to hear my entire life.
There it
I
is.
am obsessed with Jimmy Buffett. I love
Jimmy
Buffett growing up.
That's fantastic. Well, it's just because, again, it's the whole tailgating aspect of it. It's the whole pre-party situation that goes on before the actual show that really adds to the experience that you don't necessarily get if you go to a comedy club or to a theater.
It's awesome. And then when you get done, you get a standing ovation. And a standing ovation is they hit their high beams and honk their horns.
How cool is that?
It's like getting abducted by aliens. It is so cool.
Oh my gosh.
And everyone's been really respectful, like as far as the comedy shows go. Everyone listens, no one heckles, no horns, no nothing. It's just been awesome. And so, and I thought as a consumer, this is how I'm a little obsessive compulsive about the virus. Like I'm really safe. And so I want to get out and do stuff. And so if you gave me an option where I could be as safe as I wanted to be, this is perfect.
Oh,
that's great.
So
this is kind of a fun new way to get our entertainment, to get out of the house to get entertainment.
Yeah, I think so. It's not going to last forever. Look, I will definitely look back in my career of comedy and go, do you remember when I did drive-in movie theaters?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you see that on a resume. I did some drive-in movie theaters. People be like, okay. But you're like, no. You don't understand. I mean, it was the thing in 2020.
So are you going to do like a set, like kind of like cater a set to that kind of a deal? Are you going to do anything like that or change anything in that manner?
Not really. Like everything, I'm not like a real scripted comic. So like, I mean, I have beats that I like to get to. Oddly enough, I do write jokes down, but you try. It works best in those shows if you're in the moment and you are of the moment and you are having fun with whatever's happening. And usually at a drive-in, there is a few variables that happen. Yeah. Like we woke one guy up in Denver. He was like lived next to her and he just starts screaming profanities at us. And I just let him go off. It was hilarious.
Sometimes you just got to let him vent, right?
Yeah. And then we were in Tulsa, we were by an interstate. So there were cars driving by, and all I could think was, what do they think that people are a shirtless man on a drive-in movie theater? And I was like, I just made it look like I was shooting one half of a porn. And so,
oh my God,
I was
like, what an audience. Bert Kreischer. I'll tell you, like, I miss seeing you in our studio because, when you've come through Louisville in the past, you're always great about coming in and doing the show. And I just think that's so funny. And one of my favorite memories is you telling your camp story. And you've got
the kid that can't swim off the dock.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And you've got so many amazing stories that like, how do you like come up with all of these? Like, is it real life? Is it just things that you see and happen upon what?
Alexa, stop. God, this Alexa thing is driving me nuts. Alexa, shut up. I'm on doing radio. I have no idea. I wish I had any idea how it happens, but sometimes a joke will just show up. Like we were driving to Arizona, and I don't know how big or small this will get, but like my daughter Isla said, are we going to be driving through Texas? And I was like, great, this homeschooling is really killing it. Arizona. I go, why? And she goes, well, in Texas, you can still hit a woman. I was like, what? And my other daughter jumps in and she goes, she just watched Urban Cowboy. She just thinks it's real.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I don't know, but sometimes like I have a story right now that is like my favorite story ever where I found a child one day. And
you found a child. Okay.
I found a child, but it's better if you know that I find lost things. I find if you lose something, I can find it super easy. And so I'm trying. I don't know the end of the story because in the real end of the story, I was drunk and there was an earthquake and I fell off my skateboard. But that doesn't make for a great ending of a story.
No, I kind of like it though. Yeah, I kind of like it.
Where's music coming from? Do you hear this?
Sounds real.
I do. I hear the chimes. It's very soothing, Bert.
Oh, that is nice. I'm hearing it now too.
It's my wife's alarm. My wife's laying in bed and it's just going off.
Okay, and she's sleeping through it?
I guess so.
I dig that.
I can.
That's a nice quality. I cannot do that. Oh, I will wake up at everything. Like we have to have white noise, otherwise I'll wake up at everything.
Oh, my daughter's alarm sounds like a goat getting sexually assaulted, and that's. It's just,
I need to wake up that way. I really.
You know what I want? You know what I want my alarm to be? I was telling someone this the other day. You know what a great alarm would be? Is your phone just shouting racial slurs. No one's gotten up and turned that off quicker. Like no.
I'll tell you what's fun, and I don't know if you've done this with your wife, but my wife will mess with me. Our Alexa are connected, so we have like a family thing, and so I have an Alexa here at work, and so she will like play things on my Alexa. Like I'll be in the middle of a meeting, or I'll be on the phone, and all of a sudden, like Eddie Murphy Raw will like start playing on my Alexa. I'm like, whoa, Alexa, stop, Alexa, stop.
Oh
that's
my
crazy.
God.
Yeah,
That's crazy, especially when you find out that the iCloud mashes up with your iPad. And so you'll be sitting, when the girls were younger, we'd be sitting at dinner and my daughters would be flipping through an iPad and they'd be like, who's this? And it's a picture of me at the Playboy Mansion. And they're like, Dad? And you're like, whoa, I don't know where that came from.
And that's just a nice big house that he has nice
I can't
friends.
figure out where this audio is coming from because it sounds like it's coming from my table.
It's
very
much,
soothing.
yeah, I'm only hearing it, I think, through you.
Okay,
So,
good. Yeah,
it's
well,
nice.
whatever.
It's a nice
I hope it soothes you as I tell you short stories about how stupid my children are and how I love my wife and whatever.
How have they been handling the pandemic?
Not good. We're going through a lot of family drama.
Same.
I'll
Because
tell
my
you,
husband works out of the house, like he's on the other side of this door right now, and the kids have been home since mid-March, and yeah, so
it's been we have had some challenges with parenting. What's crazy is like your parenting shifts. So like, suffice to say, without telling you too much, you can't say a child decided to go hang out with their friends and you say to them, you parent as best you can, and you go, listen, you got to keep your mask on, you got to be socially distant. Those are the rules. If you want to go on a bike ride, you've got to stay on can't be near your friends. And then hypothetically say you found out your child had tried a alcoholic beverage with their friends, you would go, hold on, how does that work? Did everyone have their own, and who passed it to you? How close did you get to that person? Oh, wait, you were passing a bottle around? Hold on. We have rules about social distancing, and you're breaking the rules. Forget drugs and alcohol. You're breaking the rules on social distancing. Like, I had to say to my daughter, you cannot smoke weed. Not because I care a bunch about weed, but because you're passing the virus around. Like, it's been really complicated.
yeah, Dad, alcohol kills it. I'm sure.
Oh my God.
Did she try that? Did she try it? Oh.
I can't really share too much because I've been sworn to secrecy, but I'll just say that we've had some challenges. And then my other daughter she calls herself COVID conscious.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't leave the house and doesn't get off TikTok. She's blaming the virus for her being lazy.
Conscious. I love that. That's a good term. That's better than. I'm so sick of social distancing. There are certain terms I think that we're all going to be super sick of and never want to hear again once we move on and try to resume normal existence.
I'm done with social distancing.
Yeah.
I'm done. I want people. I said to someone the other day, I want to go to a concert and I want someone to bump into me and spill a beer on my chest.
Yeah.
And I want him to just look at me and go, sorry, dude. And I'm like, no problem, bro.
Yes.
How many moments do we have in our life now that we look back on and go, man, I really took advantage of the fact that I was crammed body to body in this mosh pit.
And nobody cared.
And I got upset because, my favorite shirt got torn or something. I mean, you look back on those moments and be like, oh, I kind of like that now.
Bro, yeah. I look at all that stuff. I watch movies now and I go, they're so close to each other. What are they doing? They're going to get infected. How can you be that close?
I know. And I'm a hugger. So it's like so awkward now. When you meet someone, you just kind of stand there and be like, hey, it's just so awkward. I hate the awkwardness. Everything's awkward. Especially
there's certain people I have to hug, like Rogan. If I see Rogan, Joe's a big hugger. Like when he sees you, he just grabs you with those catcher mitt hands of his and just wraps you up. And I saw him, and it was so weird for us not to hug.
Yes.
But I was like, it felt odd to me.
I don't like it.
It's funny, me and Tom Segura got COVID tests back when, like probably 45 days into the quarantine. Yeah. Because we were doing a podcast and we wanted to keep doing it, we got COVID tests and got antibody tests. Mm-hmm. So, and this is like when there's certain places in LA where you can get results within 15 minutes, right? So we get a hookup, guy comes over, we give everyone in the studio tests, all get antibody tests, and ours come back negative. And the first thing Tom does is just gives me a hug. And he goes, I haven't hugged anyone in so long.
Oh my gosh. I know, it's just, we yearn for that human touch.
Yeah. I just got a COVID test back yesterday and I'm still negative. I haven't had it. I don't have antibodies either. But I'm so conscious on this tour that we stay zero contact. We live in the bus. We don't go out of the bus. If you go out of the bus, you got a mask on. We go to the drive-ins. We hang out at the drive-ins. The only way these tours are successful is if no one gets COVID. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely. Because you don't want to be that guy that gets accused.
Well, I had two buddies.
Selfish and yeah.
I had two buddies get COVID touring, but they're. I mean, I love these guys to death, but like their Instagram videos were so unaware. Like they're in a green room partying, doing shots, and I'm like, oh my God, if you guys get COVID, you're gonna get lit up. And they got it, and they got lit up like bad.
How'd they deal with it though? Was it bad for them to get
One
through?
of the guys was not bad at all. He actually said he feels healthier having gotten it. He lost weight. The other guy had a rough run of it. He was older. Yeah. He's older, but he had a real rough run. It's crazy. Some people, like Michael Yo, got it, and Michael Yo's still battling with the after effects. And then my buddy Cowhead, or Mike Calta in Tampa is a DJ. Yeah. He got it. He's obese, like obese. And he's like, I didn't even know I had it.
Yeah, it's bizarre. That's really bizarre.
I think it has to do mostly with your blood type is how you are affected. Blood type and health range. So I think my buddy Mike Calta's O. I'm O. And they say O doesn't have such a bad run of it, but A and B get it worse. I didn't know your blood type tells you what kind of diseases you get. Like if you have type O blood, you mostly probably won't get what's the bad cancer? The one that they go Patrick Swayze had where you
pancreatic. Yeah,
they go, you won't get pancreatic cancer. I saw that and I was like, okay, and back to drinking and smoking.
And this science is brought to you by Bert Kreischer.
There it is.
Oh, by the way, I'm not a scientist. We should let everyone know I'm just a comedian. I just read an article. I take that back. I listen to the Rogan podcast.
Why we can't wait to see you here in Louisville again, Sauerbach Family Drive-In. Appreciate you spending time with the show virtually. I mean, when you're in town, hopefully, you'll get to see Louisville come out and support you. And Bert, it's always great to catch up with you.
I tell you what, anytime you want me on a Zoom, you got me. I enjoy the living crap out of this.
This is so fun. We love you to death, and I just love the fact that you're naked. It's great.
Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys in like 7 days or something.
Yay!
Love it. Take care, man.
Thank guys.